Welcome to Training Camp Tonight, presented by Ford, is brought to you by Betfred, Ford, and by Empower Retirement. Here's Matt Boyer.
Welcome into Training Camp Tonight, powered by Ford. I'm Matt Boyer. Sidney Jones, Steve Atwater, Rod Smith, Ryan Edwards, and Benjamin Albright will all join us in just a moment. Let's get you caught up in what you missed from day 3 of training camp. The pads came on for the first time in 2020. Andrew Beck came back off the COVID-19 reserve list. He's the first Bronco to come off the COVID-19 reserve list since the start of training camp. As far as the actual practice goes, though, Vic Fangio said it wasn't as crisp as he would have liked. However, Drew Lock did look steady even when he got a couple of low snaps, was able to get the ball out quickly, firing a pass to Cortland Sutton. Phillip Lindsay also having a very nice day running off tackle, nice cutback there. And on the defense, the front seven, very, very stout. Guys like Draymond Jones, Jarrell Casey, DeMarcus Walker, all having big days up front. But what did the Hall of Famer think of today's practice? Well, let's head down now to Steve Atwater, who is standing by with Sidney Jones.
Thanks for that, Matt. Steve, we're officially done with day 3 of training camp. First day of padded practices. What are your first initial thoughts?
Well, still the same thoughts from the last few days. This offense is exciting. It's going to be explosive, and we're going to score some points. And I know the defense is going to appreciate that. That's the thing that sticks out to me more than anything, just how receivers are getting open, how Drew Lock is putting the ball right on the money. And they look quite a bit cohesive, even considering the fact that they really haven't spent a lot of time on the field together prior to training camp.
Absolutely, yeah. Heading into training camp, kind of what were you most excited to see? What were you looking for these past 3 days?
Well, I was looking to see if it was going to be sloppy, and fortunately it hasn't been sloppy. Now, from a defensive player's point of view, I don't like seeing receivers run wide open, and I didn't see a ton of that, but here and there, wide receivers were open, and fortunately they made the catches. So that's kind of the thing I was looking for most, to see if it would be sloppy. It hasn't been sloppy, and hopefully it will continue to be that way. And as you know, the more days they practice, the more tired they'll get, the more difficult it will be to concentrate. So the guys really had to buckle down and make sure that the practices continue to stay at a high level.
Yeah, they definitely do. Now, Steve, I know you have your Atwater A-list throughout training camp most years, and I know those are the guys who stick out to you the most, so I want to hear it. What guy sticks out the most to you on offense?
Okay, on offense today, I got to go with my guy Cortland Sutton. I just saw him make a couple of really great catches. He's looking fresh. He's looking good. He's got good positive energy that you love to see in him. And I think he's going to have a great year this year, another great year to back up last year's 1,000-yard season, and hopefully another Pro Bowl.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we're going to see a good year from Courtland, too. Now, same question, but on defense.
On defense, I got to say, my man, Todd Davis. And I saw him give an interview yesterday, and he was just praising Alexander Johnson. And Alexander Johnson's doing a great job as well. But Todd Davis was flying around the field today. I think he caught Phillip Lindsay on when he was about to catch a pass and then knocked the ball away from him. And I don't know if he even helped him up. Like, come on, man, help Phillip Lindsay up. But he had a really good practice, showing that he deserves to be the starting inside linebacker.
Yeah, and it seems like he's been kind of underrated these past couple of years, so maybe we'll see a step up in him, like he said in the press conference yesterday.
Yeah, and, I think with the second year in the system, he and Alexander Johnson, knowing right from the start that they'll be playing together, the communication will be better. I always have liked Todd Davis, not only as a player but as a person, and he showed it today. He's my A-lister.
I love it. All right, Steve, you got to catch up with your former teammate, Rod Smith, today on Training Camp Live. Tell me a little bit about that. It looked like it was really fun up here.
Yeah, we had a ton of fun, and Rod and I, we talk about so much stuff even off the field. So when we get the mics on and we get to talking, we can go for hours. So it was a ton of fun. It's great hearing his insights from an offensive player's point of view. He's extremely high on this wide receiver group, obviously. Loving what Cortland Sutton can do with his leadership and, of course, his big play skills. And with Jerry Jeudy and KJ Hamler coming in addition to Tim Patrick, Jawan Winfrey, and the rest of the guys there. He's super excited, and he wishes he could put back on the cleats, I think.
I think so, too. Yeah, he had some great insight on the wide receivers. And, Steve, you're going to be doing that training camp live show every single day throughout camp. So if you guys missed it today, that'll be on every single day at 9:15. And tomorrow you're going to have Mark Jackson on.
Yes, Mark Jackson, former receiver, one of the three amigos. Looking forward to some great stories from him and catching up with him.
In Broncos country, if you missed our live show this morning with Steve Atwater and Rod Smith, here's a little snippet from what they talked about.
You'll get a good look at this year's #1 draft pick. Again, I think this guy was the top receiver in this draft. I think we're extremely lucky to get him at the number 15 pick. I thought he would be long gone by then.
Yeah. I remember, you can ask Alfred this. He actually called me, and he said, man, who do you like at receiver? I said, man, if we can get Jerry Jeudy, he's like, dude, that dude ain't. He said, nah, man, so-and-so. He said, what do you like about him versus C.D. Lamb, all these other guys that had great college careers great college stats last year? I said, man, I personally have never seen somebody's footwork running routes full speed like that. I've never seen it.
What'd you think, Al?
Well, I thought, just looking at the tape from all the guys in college last year, it was clear that Jerry Jeudy was the best wide receiver. And the one thing about playing college football is that once you go out and you win a Biletnikoff Award, which is the college best wide receiver, if you're a defensive coordinator, you got to be an idiot if you're going to let that guy beat you the next year. So this guy got double coverage most of the critical moments of the game. And I think when you look at him, clearly he was a guy that wins in one-on-one pass